What's going on, everybody? This is Renegade number one, aka the Feminist Killer. Hashtag Logitorian. When you become a renegade, right? When you go against the grain, when you take the black pill, you understand, group thought. You understand pretty much humanity for what it is. You give up friendship. You give up family ties. You give up all that type of stuff. You give up TV programming. And it's like when you come across the person, you can't help but analyze them to find out if they're blue pilled or not. And it sucks because when you're so aware that every time you come around a person and you hope they're not blue pilled and you find out they're blue pilled, you kind of become depressed a little bit or you become really pissed off, because you understand that the majority of people in this world, they're not going to gravitate towards this ideology because people don't care about independent thought. They don't care about thinking for themselves. They don't care about trying to find out the truth. They don't care about trying to break out of the system that they were programmed to live in, right? And for the most part, people want to be accepted. They care about what people think about them. They care about how society as a whole sees them. They want to be seen as normal, right? Normal makes you more civilized. Normal makes you more mature. Normal makes you more attractive to get just people in your life. But my thing is, everybody is not going to gravitate towards being a rebellious individual or a person who stands up for what they believe in, or aka the renegade, because you end up in a place of loneliness, by yourself, nobody around, right? No one's gonna want to be around you because you are a representation of living out your true self. You're not living through other people. You're not living through other groups. You're not living through other people's beliefs like most people do because they're afraid of being rejected, right? And so I think a lot of people, they'll rather just fit in with a group, even though it's not really them, just to survive to survive socially. And I think I think it is something that you have to learn to deal with when you're black pilled or when you're the renegade and when you're going against all against the cultural norms, is that it is a downer socially because you can't really socialize with anybody. You're very hyper selective about who you put in your group because damn near 90% of people on this fucking planet are blue pilled. A lot of them don't have their own identity. A lot of them will rub off on you. And that's another thing. You cannot fix anybody. The current status of friends you have now, those are gone. They are history. They are dead to you. They are non-existent at this point. And for me, I had to come to the realization a few days ago that anybody I was friends with at a time when I was blue pilled, I had to automatically cut ties with them. Because my perception back then when I was ignorant, I was more open to accepting them. But now when I'm black pilled, I have zero tolerance for people who choose to be blind, people who choose to live in a prison, people who choose to chase feelings rather than to chase truth. And so for me, I'm all about logic. If you're not about growth, logic, and being able to go through shitty times to make yourself tougher, then I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear you. Don't even bother reaching out to me. If you still doing the same dumb shit that you're doing when you were blue pilled and you asking me, is it okay if I do it when I'm black pilled, or, no, it's not. Don't even bother trying to reach out to me. I'm about growth, and if you're not about growth, go on somewhere. You're wasting your time, you're wasting my time, right? And again, I'm willing to sacrifice, I'm willing to sacrifice socializing with people as long as I keep my values and my dignity and my logic and my mental health intact. You know, sometimes I do feel like sometimes you do feel socially deprived, but for the most part, I try to cope in healthy ways, right? And that's pretty much it. But basically, that's all you need to do. So I recommend you guys just continue trying to fight mentally. You shouldn't care about anybody, what they think, because most people don't have a clear thought process. They don't have their own distinct vision. And if you pride yourself on that, you're gonna have to pay a price. It's easy to be a slave, it's hard to be free. It's easy to be a fucking slave in this society. Just do what you're told, you know, just go with the flow, just follow the group and hope nothing happens. Be another sheep. That's what they want to encourage you. You know, if you want to be different, if you want to change the course of this fucked up society, which is going to be hard to do, be a leader by example. Change your life. Change your mentality. It starts with your mentality. If you don't change your mentality, you're wasting your time. Change your thinking. If you change the way you think, your perception of the world changes. If you don't change the way you think, your perception will be the same. You will continue to fall in the same ditch, in the same hole, and you will continue to be in a loop. You know, you got people calling you mentally ill every time because, you know, you're doing things that they don't identify with or that society doesn't identify with. You know, but this is the price we pay when we call ourselves renegade. Don't call yourself a renegade or, you know, red pilled or black pilled if you are not deciding to take this approach. Ask yourself, why are you trying to become red pilled or black pilled? That's something that you should think about. You should really look at yourself in the mirror. You still fucking with the same friends, you still fucking with the same group, hoping they're gonna change, you're delusional. That means you need other people to be around you so you can move forward. You're depending on other people to help you grow. If you gotta go at it alone, go at it alone. That makes you even stronger. Don't wait on nobody. You know, I was watching a comment on a YouTube video and I liked it. Somebody said, don't try to make your presence felt, make your absence felt. Right? And basically I looked at that comment as, you know, stop trying to be heard and just, you know, when you vanish, people will feel you not being there. Right? And that's something that really resonated with me. You know, this world is against you whether you conform or not conform. Remember that. This world is against you even when you fucking conform. So you have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. So go against the grain. Go through the hardship. Okay, you don't have people to socialize with. You may battle, and again, you're gonna battle with depression. You're gonna battle with you know, the desire to socialize with people. You're gonna feel left out. You're gonna feel like the odd one. But really, when you feel that way, that's a sign that you're growing. A sign of discomfort means you're doing something new. Don't just keep doing things that are comfortable. Then that means you're not growing. That means you're like everybody else, because everybody thinks the same. You got to understand this ideology, like I've said previous times, this is a 1%er ideology. The average person in your local area does not understand this. This is some shit that you may meet this is the type of shit that you may see a person across seas and meet them with, you know? You're not gonna meet somebody next door neighbor. This is not a next door neighbor type ideology. You know, everybody I connected with the black pill ideology, they were thousands of miles away from me. Most people in your area are sheep. Your mother, your father, your friends, all of them. The people on TV, they're all programming you to follow a fucking agenda. They're brainwashing you. There's no honor in that. You know, but paying a lot of, the thing is, a lot of people don't want to rebel because it comes with pain, it comes with hardship, and you have to fight. It requires you to be resilient. That's why I said, if you don't change your mindset, you won't have the intangibles to be black pilled. That's why I can look at a brother and tell he's gonna fail. I can look at a brother who talks to me or look at somebody in public and tell that they're blue pilled and they're never gonna be able to be black pilled. Never. Another hard reality that I have to accept, and that, you know, we as rebels or renegades have to accept, is most people are content with being blue pilled. It feels good being a slave to society. As long as they get money, as long as they get bitches and fuck them and have nice fancy houses and get to brag about how good their life is, they are okay with being blue pilled. But they're not mentally free. That's the biggest thing that I want you to remember. You want to be a mental slave or a physical slave? I choose neither. You know, they're gonna crucify, and I'm not trying to get religious because I'm not religious. I'm an atheist. But they're gonna try to crucify people who try to fight against the system. People who are truth seekers. People who do not lie down. Everybody else is laying on their knees. You continue to stand, even when they tell you to sit. When they tell you to sit, you stand. When they tell you to kneel, you fucking stand. You don't live by what other people tell you to do. You do things on your terms. You know, but again, it's all up to you. It's all up to you to change your mindset. It's all up to you to make sacrifices. You have to make sacrifices to become the renegade, to become black pill. A lot of people don't want to make those sacrifices. But it is what it is. I've severed ties with family. I severed ties with co-workers. I lost my job, everything. And I don't give a fuck. I feel free. I feel free. And don't get it twisted. I still get money through, you know, unemployment and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I don't value that. I don't care what people say. But yeah, this is Renegade #1. Like the video, share, subscribe. Peace.